I think that we should normalize. I really believe this, y'all. That we should normalize putting people with malicious, diabolical behavior on blast. People who go around, right? At this point, we can't even really call them people, right? But these parasites who go around doing the worst things, bringing out the worst in people, taking advantage of good people, I think we should normalize putting them on blast and not giving a damn what people have to say about it. We should really normalize calling these people out, putting them on blast. Y'all have any idea how many emails and DMs I got about, oh, you shouldn't get online and talk about your family. Oh, you shouldn't say this and you shouldn't say that. Narcissists, basically, right? We should watch the things that we put online. That's the thing. Let me just say this. I came on here just specifically to make this video and get this out of the way. Let me just say this. Y'all, a lot of the times, I still find that no matter how many videos a lot of us make, content creators, we still don't put our family and the people who done us and treated us like shit on blast. We still have a certain level of protection for these people. I'm starting to notice that because even when I made my last video talking about family, I still had a level of protection of saying things like, I said these things, y'all. I said things like, well, I'm not going to say this and I'm not going to say that because these are still my parents and I still love them, this, that, third, fourth, and fifth, right? And to me, y'all, that's still a level of protection. That's still a level of respect. See, narcissists go low, right? How low can you go? Narcissists go low, y'all. Narcissists go so low, they will go to hell to get you back. They will drag you to a place that they're already living in and can't get out to get you back. And I still find that when we create these videos, a lot, not just me, y'all, a lot of content creators will speak about certain things and talk about certain things, but still won't bring it all out to the table. And that's another reason why I feel like I didn't start my channel off. We're going live and just saying, all types of stuff. And of course, I had other things I had to get, like equipment and things like that. And, right? I had to learn how to do certain things on YouTube to just be able to create content. So it's a step-by-step thing. But I still find we have a level of protection up that we keep over these people that we call family. And I don't see why the hell we're doing that. I don't. I feel like if you don't want to be discussed or talked about, maybe you should change your behavior. But we know they're not going to do that. We know that's not going to happen. We know for a fact that that's not going to happen. And I'll be damned if I let anybody get in my inbox or DM me or email me and tell me, well, Yolanda, is certain things that you shouldn't talk about on YouTube because these people are still your family. These people are still related to me. I have 6 other siblings other than me, makes 7. You understand? And I don't recall not one of my other siblings ever having a complaint or having the gumption to speak up and let it be known that the things that ever bothered them the way that I do. I've never seen it done. They'll call me and complain about my parents. They'll call me and say things, mostly about my mom. They'll call me and say things. Not now, but when we did talk, I would get this a lot. Oh, mom did this and mom did that. I can't stand the fact that she does this and she does that and she gets on my everlasting nerve. And I would hear about it, right? But she never would. I didn't have a problem putting my mom in her place. And when I say putting her in her place, I mean with all due respect, letting her know the shit that she did or was doing was a problem. I didn't have an issue with cutting her off. I didn't have an issue with letting her know, you can do this for so long, but I'm going to have a breaking point. You see, narcissists know when they're doing wrong, y'all. They always know when they're doing wrong. They'll do anything. Especially when they're related to you, when they're supposed to be your quote unquote family, to get back in your good graces. So you'll continue dealing with them, and they'll still have access to do whatever they want to do to you. It's not that they change anything or that they want to fix anything to keep you around. No, they just want to make sure that they still have access to you. So they'll say or do whatever they can. Once you've had enough, to make things right with you again. And this is not because they realize you're cutting them off, or they're sorry, or they want to get things back working with you again. No, it's because they actually want to still have access to be able to do to you what they want to do to you, and you not be able to just walk away. See, they got to be the person to win. It's a winning thing with a narcissist, especially when they're your parents. Now, let me talk to y'all. Let me say this. Story time. I want to never let anybody get on in YouTube and tell me what to say, how to talk, how to say it, who to talk about, what to talk about, what I should or should not be doing. This is my channel that I took the time out to create because of the things that I feel I have been through. I want to be able to come on here and share my experiences. And this is back to what I was saying earlier. This is another reason why I felt like I just didn't get on here and start going live. Because y'all, when you start going live and start talking to other people and sharing your experiences with narcissism, it's certain things that's going to come out that you never expected to say, that you don't want to come out. It's certain, especially when it's your family, it's certain things that you're not going to want to talk about. But these things are just going to come out. These things are things that have to be talked about. See, you have to learn how to out the narcissist. We have to learn how to get on here and say what we have to say. How can you teach people and talk about things if you can't talk about the things that you've gone through? Make it make sense, because it doesn't to me. Being authentic and being transparent is important. Story time. Y'all, I've been through a lot. All right? And I will always say, you never tell a one-sided story. You always want to be a truth teller. Something narcissists can't do. They have a very, very, very vivid imagination, right? And they can't remember anything when it comes down to telling the truth. They don't know how to do that. They're allergic to the truth. And when you call them out on their shit, they don't know what you're talking about. They never did this, never said this, never did that, never said that. You're reading too much into it. You're too sensitive. It didn't go like that. All right? Anytime you deal with these individuals, they can never lay it on the table. Put it on the floor. Say what you said. Oh, they don't remember. I find it so crazy how they can call out everything you did, whether you did it or not, even if it's lies. They'll make it up. But anything that's related to what they've done, they don't have a clue about it. Or you're doing too much. And like I said, story time. Y'all listen. Like I told you on my last video, I would be lying if I were to say I did not love my parents. I do. And this is why I say we still have a level of protection over them, because no matter what we feel we've been through, we still love our parents. We just learn how to love them from afar. Y'all, when I got closer to God and realized that I don't have to put up with this mess, I don't have to be right in my parents' face or deal with my siblings every day, or take some of the stuff that I've been taking over the years, I can still love them and be away from them. I distance myself. Y'all, I have no family around. I am away from home. And guess what? I am very, very happy and content with that. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to talk to these people. And I am very, very content with that. Like I told you in the last video, for those of you who listened to my last video, you guys, I have always loved my older sister. Always loved my older sister and brother. I don't have a problem with my oldest brother. If I did, I never knew about it. He pretty much worked all the time and stayed out of the way and still does today. All right? I've never had an issue with my oldest brother. Now, I don't talk to them like I used to because they're close to my mother. And that's somebody that I feel like I'm not close to, won't be getting close to. Things will never go back to what they used to be, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I don't disrespect my mom. I don't go around talking about her and blabbing my mouth about her to people. You just don't do that when you're dealing with people who you know will not change. You don't feed into the drama. You don't feed into the BS. You move on, and that's what I did. Y'all, my oldest sister, let me tell you something else about my oldest sister, y'all. This is probably going to shock a lot of y'all because it shocked me. It shocked me. I couldn't believe it. And sometimes I still don't think that I can. But we learn to move on in life from things, right? That's what I did. You guys, I lived in the same city with my oldest sister. Practically right next door to her. Same yard. 2 mobile homes, same yard, owned by the same landlord. My oldest sister decided, y'all, a long time ago, a very long time ago, that she hated me as a sister. I don't know what was it about us. Like I told y'all in my last video, for those of you who listened to it, I explained that she and I have a different father. All right? And me and my father had the relationship that her and her father never did. You see, her dad was abusive. He was a narcissist, and he was abusive. And he used to beat the shit out of my mother. Okay? Literally. And according to my mom, the kids too. The oldest 2 children she had for him, he was very disrespectful. He was mean. He was rude. He was crazy. And he was an abuser. All right? My dad, nothing of the sort. Nothing like this at all. Mild-tempered man, good person, warm-hearted, very loving and caring, and still is today. This is why I say he's an enabler. Because he'd rather sit back and watch it happen, let it go on, and do nothing about it. You know, my sister, she literally, watched this. Worked at a job. Fast forward, worked at a hotel. Had been there for, I want to say 5 or 6 months. She decided that she wanted to move. She couldn't stand living next door to me, y'all. Could not stand living next door to me. For whatever reason it was, I don't know. Like I said, pure jealousy from when we were a child. We were children. And we were, at this time, y'all, I was in my maybe late 20s. She was in her late 30s. She couldn't stand living next door to me, y'all. I had a better life than her, to her. Never thought I was better than my sister, y'all. But to her, I just had a better life than her. She couldn't stand to wake up and see me every single day. Y'all, fast forward, right? My sister worked at a hotel as a housekeeper. My sister disliked me so much she wanted to move, you guys. So she went to work and told her job that one of her sisters had died from a brain aneurysm. Do you hear me? Her job gave her $1,500, y'all, and contributed money for her to move. And her job ended up making a phone call. That's how the family found out. Her job ended up calling home, calling my mother and telling my mother that they were sorry about her loss, sorry about her daughter, and that they were sending flowers and that they were contributing $1,500 towards the funeral. When my mom asked who was the child that died, my mom said, "What do you mean? Well, what child?" "Oh, well, your daughter Yolanda. We're sorry about your loss." My mother said, "What?" Y'all, at this time, my dad, listen, I'm at home, y'all. I'm at my house. My dad has no idea is it true or not. Y'all, my dad is falling out. He's literally about to pass out. From what I was told, my brother ended up having to catch him because he almost fainted. He literally was about to pass out. He had no idea whether this was true or not, because they hadn't talked to me. I hadn't been on the phone with my mom or hadn't called her in a few days because we didn't talk every single day. So by this time, they don't know if this is true or not. Y'all, my daddy is, my dad is an identical triplet, okay? He's an identical triplet. Where there's two of them that look just like they're twins. He's actually a triplet, okay? But two of them are identical and one is fraternal. The two that's identical is my dad and one other one. The one that's fraternal, he died a few years back. So my dad's identical twin, he comes to my house. Y'all, he's banging all around the house. He's knocking, I don't know how he got the word. He must have was at my mom's house whenever this was told. Y'all, he's banging all around the house. He's making all kinds of noise. He's screaming through the windows. He's just at the door trying to knock the door down. And I'm like, what is all this noise? I dare somebody come over here and bang around the house like this. What the hell? You don't know how to knock? But I know his voice, and I sound just like my dad, because him and my dad sound exactly alike, y'all. So I go to the door, and I open the door, and he's standing there. He's like, what the hell? I said, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing? What's the matter, Unc? He's like, oh, we thought you was dead. We got a call that you had died. And I'm like, what? That I had died? Me. Well, what's supposed to have happened to me? Look, I don't know what's going on. Y'all, he's hysterical. But your daddy almost fainted and he almost passed out. And I'm like, wait a minute. I call my mom's house, y'all. She picks up. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? I mean, my uncle just left him around the house. My daddy and brother just beating all around the house. He's losing his mind. He's knocking like a crazy person, telling me I'm supposed to be dead. What are you talking about? What's going on? My mom tells me, y'all, listen to this. You're not going to believe this. This is what she tells me. Yolanda, you're not going to believe this. Your sister went to work and told the job that you died from a brain aneurysm. And they called here telling me that they contributed $1,500 towards your funeral and they're going to buy all the flowers and arrangements and stuff. I said, I know you lying. She said, no, I'm not. She said, and I had to tell them that never happened, that nothing was wrong with you, that you're still here. I didn't lose a child. You guys, my sister had, by this time, when all this comes out, my sister was on her way moving stuff. Hold on, y'all. I got ahead of myself. By the time we find this information out, my sister had already been moving for the past 2 or 3 days, moving her stuff out. My mom ended up calling her, telling my sister what had happened, what they said, and what she had found out. My sister never came back to get nothing else. She left the place just like it was. She had gotten all the most important things that she wanted out of the house and had already found a house and took the $1,500 that the people gave her, and she moved with it. She used that money that they gave her for my so-called funeral to move her away from me into a new place. And y'all, listen to this. Till this day, she's still living in the same spot that she lied to get the money to go to. Y'all, I told y'all this story to say this. How low can you go? Narcissists go very low. I've never heard of something like this in my life. And y'all, this is what makes me cringe, right? My mother and other family members thought this was funny. They sat back and they laughed. They thought it was funny, right? They joked and played about this. This was never funny to me. You know what my mother told me? She said, oh, don't worry about it. You know how your sister is. She's been lying since she was a child. All she ever did was lie, 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 lie. Don't worry about it. That's the way she is. She does stuff like that. Y'all, who the hell does stuff like that? What was funny about what my sister had done to me, I do not know until this day. And can y'all believe I actually brushed it under the rug? Let it go, let some time went by, and got right back talking to my sister as if it never happened. You know, she never brought it up like it never happened. You know, the job that gave her the flowers and gave it, and that was trying to go buy flowers before we stopped them, that gave her the money, was mad. They was pissed off, y'all. They was mad, madder than mad. She left that job, just left the job, got the money, fled somewhere else, got her a better place to live in, y'all, to move in, right? And did it off of saying that I, the sister, had died from a brain aneurysm, and she was trying to pay for the funeral, y'all. Her family needed, arrangements and needed money to plan a funeral. And that's what her job contributed. And I can almost be certain that right now that job probably won't help anybody else, because the one lie that she told made it bad for anybody else that ever comes along. Y'all, that's a sad thing to do. Narcissists go low. Do you hear me? Never got an apology. She never brought it up again. She never said anything about it. And my mother wanted me to let it go, not bring it up no more. Got us back talking like it wasn't nothing. My sister act like that never happened, like she never did that. This is why I say, don't get on here and tell me what to say. For those of you like to inbox me and tell me what I should and should not say about family, I'll get on here and say whatever I want to say. Because these individuals have no filter on what they would do. Y'all, that's just one of the many things that my sister has done to me. And maybe I should also add, just one of the many things that my siblings have done to me. Y'all, have another story for another day about another sibling who decided that they were going to call the cops on me, you guys. And when I tell y'all the lie that they made up, just to have my house searched for something that was never going on. All because I cut him off and stopped talking to him. Because I always tell y'all, we have to practice what we preach. When you know, you go. When you realize you're dealing with people who are narcissists, people who are just no good or toxic. And y'all, at this time, I'm not knowing my siblings are narcissists. I just find that they're no good. They're toxic. They're dirty individuals. They're grimy. They don't treat me like family. So I'm giving you the boot because this is what's happening. Not knowing that they are narcissists. If I knew then what I know now, I could have handled things differently. And maybe I could have avoided a lot of the things that they were doing to me and not getting back in their face trying to be a loving sister who actually loved my siblings, not knowing they didn't give a damn about me. Maybe a lot of things could have been avoided. But God does things in his own time. And he teaches us as we go. And we learn as we go. And we're not always equipped with the things that we need to move on, the way that we need to move on. But once we figure out what it is, we know better, we do better, right? And that's why I am where I am today, without any of them. And I won't say, y'all, I will not get on here and lie and tell y'all that some days it does not hurt that I don't have the family that I used to have. But when I think about it, there was never family in the first place. There were never that. And I had people that would come in and out of my life, y'all, and would come around me and would tell me, that's your family? Why they treat you like that? Why your mama like that with you? Like, why your sister always looking at you like that? People I would bring around, y'all, would notice it. And I didn't. Y'all was so naive. I just wanted to be around I wanted my family. Who don't want their family? Who don't want to be a part of their mom and dad's life? Who don't love their siblings? Who wants to live like that? It's a lonely existence, right? But God. But God. You got to know God to get through this. I'm just saying, y'all. When y'all decide to inbox me and tell me what I could and can't talk about, I won't get on here and disrespect anybody. I'm always humble and I'm always respectful. But please, I beg y'all, don't get on here and tell me what to talk about. What I should and should not say. I will get on here. I will say what I want, how I want, whenever I want. I will talk about whatever needs to be talked about on this platform. I am very transparent about my life, the things I've gone through, my experiences, and the people that I once called family. And that's the problem now. Too many of us let people that are supposed to be family shush us and keep us quiet and not talk about the things that we've gone through or that we experience. And that's why so many other people are going through the same things or even worse, because we're not putting the word out and letting these people know how narcissists operate, how they behave, the type of things that they will do. I'm gonna thumbnail this video, The Narcissistic Family Part 2, because that's exactly what this is, y'all. You guys, if y'all have a narcissistic family, I'm talking mom, dad, siblings, the ones that are supposed to be the closest to you, who you came up around, do not underestimate how low they will go. Do not underestimate what they would or would not do to you. Y'all, I've never been pronounced dead in my... You know how many prayers I had to say because words have power? Y'all, my own sister, my own blood sister pronounced me dead just to get some money to move away. You know, my dad, y'all, he never said it in front of my mom. But you know when he would get along with me, what he would say? That's sad. I can't believe it. This is the type of shit that she do? That must he used to tell me, y'all, she must get that from her father, from her daddy. Because I don't understand where she get that from. She's definitely not my child. He said, I'm glad I don't have a child like that. I'm my dad's firstborn, y'all. Every time he got along with me, he would tell me how that hurt him. How he can't believe she done something like that. What kind of daughter would do something like that? He said, your mama don't even care. He said she thought it was funny and she laughed it off. But y'all, I was his child and that hurt him to his soul. But he never said 2 words to her about it. He never wanted to anger my mother, so he never told her nothing. He would just get along with me and tell me how bad it hurt him. But he never told her. And that bothered me more than anything. You can talk about it to me, but you can't say it to her. He didn't want to aggravate it, y'all. He didn't want the silent treatment, y'all. He didn't want that shit starting going on, everybody. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to have to go through any of what she was going to put him through. But talking about her oldest daughter, who was just like her, who is just like her. Y'all, we have to avoid speaking the real, saying how we feel, avoid talking about the things that hurt us to avoid conflict. What are we doing? Who are we in relationships with? Who are we married to? Why are we doing this? Oppression is real, y'all. That bothered my father, y'all. Literally broke him down. But he never said nothing. Only to me. Not to mention the million other things he used to come and gripe to me about. But never told my mom, though. Because he never wanted to go through whatever it is he was going to have to go through. See, back then I didn't know what it was. But as I got older, got educated, started learning, now I know. That's why I say enablers and flying monkeys, they get the business too, y'all. Narcissists don't discriminate. They treat everybody like trash. Doesn't matter their relationship. So while you're protecting your family, who are a family full of narcissists, while you're protecting these people, just know that they don't give a damn about you. Just know that. Just know they enjoy watching you suffer. And they wish you would. They wish you would. They live by the do as I say, not as I do. And that's that in a nutshell. I'm not going to hold y'all much longer, y'all. I'm already long-winded over here. I've talked y'all head off, I know. I just want to share that with y'all. For those of you who want to inbox me and write me and tell me what to put on YouTube and what I should and should I be saying about my family, I'll say what I want. I'll make videos about what I want. And y'all, I have just went through a medical procedure, so I am still in the healing process. But as soon as this thing is over with, y'all, and I am much, much better, right? We're going to start going live, and I will still say what I want. That's the problem now. Always protecting the narcissist. For what? I don't get it. I don't. All they want you to shut up and take it. Your whole life. Shut up and take it. You guys, listen. I hope I helped somebody. Just listen to my story. And there's so many more stories, and we're going to be able to tell them all, y'all. We're going to tell them all. Do you hear me? Hey, it is what it is. We no longer protect narcissists, y'all. We can't protect them. You guys, listen. I hope I help somebody. Well, just listen to what I have gone through. And as we go, you're going to hear more about things that I've been through. And I'm hoping to hear some of you guys' stories as well. Because listen, we got some stories to tell, don't we? I can't be the only one. We're going to stop this video right here, you guys. Thanks for listening. All right. And, hey, listen. It's only up from here. We're going to grow together. This is what we're doing, y'all. But you guys, listen, that is it for this video. That's it for this video. Take the time out to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your bell so you will know when I'm coming through with another video. Until next time.